Hello, and thanks for joining me. We recently spent some time with my in-laws just outside of Istanbul, and the weather here was quite different than the sun and mild temperatures we'd been enjoying in Datça. I like cold weather, but in moderation, so just having a little touch of winter weather like this is fine by me. Our Frenchie Fig is very sensitive when it comes to heat and cold, and since she was shivering a bit when we take her outside, her grandmother decided that she would make her a little sweater. I just had to show you this because it turned out so cute. Now Fig stays nice and cozy when we're outdoors, and she looks even better, if that's possible. On this day, we headed over to Kartepe. Kartepe is located in the Kocaeli province, and it's a popular ski destination for Turks since it's located so close to Istanbul. My husband and I aren't skiers, but we still wanted to check it out. The drive up was really nice. The skies were blue, and as we ascended the mountain, more and more snow appeared. In some areas, the trees were flocked with a fresh dusting of snow, and it just looked so beautiful. We drove into the Green Park Resort. There was a fee for parking, but you can come here as a visitor for the day, or you can opt to stay in some of their various accommodations. Initially, our plan was to just take in the views, but we noticed that there was sledding available, and my husband suggested we try it out. Neither of us were dressed properly for the weather though, but luckily I had a hood and a scarf, and my husband had some earmuffs and gloves. I did lots of sledding as a kid, but the sledding hill I went to didn't have one of these nifty little systems to bring you back up the hill. That was always the worst part of sledding for me, trekking back up the hill after sledding down. So having something like this would have been real nice. The operator said the sled was made for two, but it was a tight squeeze. We made it work though. My husband revealed to me on our first time down the hill that he'd never been sledding before, which I couldn't believe. He didn't know how to stop the sled, so I had to help him out a bit. The hill was in good condition overall with just a few small bumps, so we got a little air on them, and that was exciting. We spent about 45 minutes going up and down before calling it quits. I would have kept going, but without the proper shoes on, my feet were starting to go numb. I'll be better prepared next time. This resort had 17 different ski and snowboarding slopes, along with a hotel and various style accommodations on site. In addition, I saw some restaurants where you could get a bite to eat and a hot drink. Although my husband did check out one of them, and he said the prices were pretty crazy. We also planned to show another part of the mountains nearby, but the weather turned out to be so poor. It ended up drizzling and eventually raining, and where we wanted to go required us to go up a steep road, and we could see that it was covered in a thick slush, and after watching a few cars slide down, we decided better not risk it until the weather is a little bit nicer. Despite the poor weather, we stopped by a roadside food stand on our way down and picked up some kestane, or chestnuts, to bring back with us. Roasted chestnuts are a bit harder to find in the US, and I've usually only seen them in specialty stores around the holidays, but they're quite easy to find here in Turkey. Back at home, my mother-in-law was making some gözleme for dinner. Gözleme is a really well-known street food found throughout Turkey. It's essentially a flatbread that's been filled and then cooked in a skillet, and the dough itself is really simple, and the fillings can be as easy or as complicated as you want to make them. Here she had a few with spinach and some other veggies, and then another one with mostly onions and tomatoes and spices, and then she also had one with yogurt, egg, and cheese, which was surprisingly tasty. And since I'm a bit of a chocoholic, I had her try one out with some Nutella and some banana. She was skeptical at first, but it ended up turning out so well. My in-laws love a good late-night snack to go with their tea, so on this evening they roasted up the chestnuts that we had gotten earlier. It was a warm treat to end this cool day. I hope you enjoyed this little look into a winter day in Turkey. If you'd like to see more from my perspective as an American living in Turkey, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and giving this video a thumbs up. Until next time, thanks!